How's it going, guys? My name is TJP, and welcome back to another Madden NFL 24 Franchise Rebuilding Challenge. We got our next NFC Conference team, and it's going to be the New York Giants. 5 seasons to try to win a Super Bowl. Injuries are on. All that good stuff is mostly on. Not meant to be realistic, and if I mispronounce some names, I mispronounce names. It's a video game at the end of the day. Before we get into the gameplay, make sure to like and subscribe if you're enjoying the content. Comment down below some videos. We got our socials, playlists, second channel, and main channel down below in the description if you do like other content from me, TJP. My voice sounds a little bit hoarse. It's because I guess I am possibly a little bit sick. So if I sound like that, I apologize in advance. There's not much I can do about it. But anyways, with that all being said, let's get on to the gameplay. Alright, let's take a look at the roster that we're going to be fielding here. So right now we've got Daniel Jones, our QB. We'll see if that stays like that. We got Saquon Barkley, running back. Breda, he's our other running back in terms of wide receivers. Shepard's hurt right now, but it would be him. Campbell. Slayton Hodgins is also here as well. Tight ends, we've got Darren Waller as our top tight end. Andrew Thomas, left tackle. Ben Breederson is going to be our left guard. John Michael Smith Jr., center. Right guard is Mark Glowinski. Evan Neal, right tackle. Sean Robinson is our left end. Leonard Williams is our right end. Dexter Lawrence, the second. He's our defensive tackle. Ojulari should be our left outside linebacker right now. Mid linebackers Ogarike and Simmons. Right outside linebackers be Kayvon Thibodeau. Dory Jackson, Deontay Banks, and Cordell Flott. Corners, Xavier McKinney, free safety. Strong safety, Bobby McCain. Graham Gano, kicking. Punting's Jamie Gillen. And then we got our picks right here. All of our picks, so that should be pretty cool. Let's take a look at the improved team, see if there's anything we could do in terms of signings, just to add a couple people to the squad. So we take a look at the improved team. So right now, like I said, probably we'll see if we want to keep around Daniel Jones. Left guard. I mean, we could try to go like an A.J. Cann, potentially, or an Andrew Norwell. Justin Pugh. I'm going to go with Pugh. Get him on the team for this season, even though he didn't really first game, just to bolster up the line a little bit. And then in terms of centers, we could do something like that too, like Justin Britt. He fits our team. Paratus could work. Right guard, we've got we could go like Gabe Jackson potentially. Might go with him. What's our right guard? 72, Mark Lewinsky. Yeah, we could get Gabe Jackson here on the team. Why not? And that'll bolster up the line a little bit. Right tackle. I mean, Collins would make the most sense there, but I think we'll just keep the team as is for now. We're going to simulate the rest of the way. I don't expect us to be too great this season, but you never know when you're simulating these kinds of franchise modes. Sometimes the teams could surprise you. So we're just going to keep it up. Let's simulate to the mid-season point. If we have to make a move, then we will. But for now, let's just see you guys what's there. We'll assess the team and then progress from there. And as I said, we're 4-3 right now, so a bit of a surprise, but nothing too crazy there. So we're actually doing okay. Now, offensively, we're not looking too great in terms of yardage, rankings, and things of that nature, but we're at 4-3. So let's look at the stats and see who is performing well and who isn't. Daniel Jones right now, honestly not doing that great. I mean, 1,021 yards, 6 TDs, 3 interceptions, 56% completion percentage, and 81.6 pass rating. It's not very good. But Saquon Barkley, however, 668, 5 TDs. He's doing really well. So just give the ball to Barkley and let him do his thing. That seems to be the choice of offense. Campbell, leading receiver now, 292, 2 TDs, 227, 1 from Hodgins, 169, and 2 from Waller, 157 from Shepard. Our blocking has been pretty good for the most part. Defensively, Isaiah Simmons leading the team in tackles 55, 44 from Deontay Banks, 40 from Okarike. King's got 33, 32 from Picknock. Boogie Basham Jr., 29, 26 from Williams, 23 apiece between Jackson and Thibodeau, 22 from McKinney. In terms of sacks, we've got Boogie Basham Jr. with 6.5, 4 from Williams, 2 from Ojulari. These guys have 1.5, and a bunch of guys here to have half sacks. Just 2 interceptions as a team from Simmons. Kicking, Graham only missed 1 field goal. Punting, Gillen's got that going on for him. Darnay Holmes, your kick return, and then punt return of Derek Jackson. And we are back to where we need to be. So we're 21st in terms of total offensive yards gained, which again is near the bottom of the league, but bottom half of the league more so. But our pass yards lowest. Our rush is going to be pretty high, second highest. And we're only scoring 15 a game, but apparently it's enough. I mean, our defense points allowed is okay. Rush yards 678. It's pretty solid. And then our pass yards allowed 1560 is near the bottom of the league. Yet somehow we're 4-3, which is pretty impressive. Is there any moves we could make out here to make our team better? I think there is. We could look around the trade market, see what's out there. If I want to make a move or two, just because we are 4-3, I mean, we might as well try to bolster up the team a little bit. So let's take a look, see what's out there, and we'll go on from there. Anyway, 2 third-round picks and a 7th-round pick in the future to the 49ers for Farrell and a 7th-round pick this year, just to get a little bolster on that defense, just an extra left end. So welcome to our team, Farrell, for the rest of the season. That's going to be about it. I'm just going to simulate to the end of the year, and we'll see if we can make the playoffs. All right, so we do end up making the playoffs at 9-8. Let's take a look at the team stats. We are taking on Dallas in the wild card. You can see they definitely became better than us, but we made it, so I can't be mad about that. Also, the Eagles made it too. So good for the Eagles, I guess. 49ers get that bye. We made that trade with them, and I guess it looked like a good trade for them. Still look at stats and awards. So yeah, Daniel Jones, really not that great. 3,053 yards, 15 TDs, 9 interceptions, 60% completion percentage, 86.3 pass rating. I do think we were going to want a new QB at some point. Saquon Barkley, great season for him. I did extend him, by the way, 1,617 yards, 15 TDs. Mac Jones, 425. Hodgins, 699, 3 TDs, 68 and 2 from Shepard, 596 and 2 from Campbell, 538 and 3 from Waller. Even Barkley getting in on receiving, 323 receiving yards. Our blocking, I mean, our tackles could have been better, but everybody else was solid. Defensively, Isaiah Simmons leading the team in tackles with 119. Bobby Rodriguez with 107, 95 from Banks, 94 from McCain. Van Uck's going to have 77, 63 from McKinney, 61 from Adore, 60 from Leonard Williams, 57 from Boogie Basham Jr., 54 from Lawrence, 53 from Thibodeau, and the list goes on. Most sacks, Boogie, 10.5, 9 from Lawrence, 6 from Williams and Ojulari, and then you can see Simmons down there. He also had 2 interceptions, only 3 as a team, McKinney with 1 extra one. Graham Gano missed 3 field goals, but otherwise he was good. Gillen, punting, kick return, and punt return there on your special teams. So we ended up 17th in offensive yards. Our passing, bottom 3 in the league, but we did rush the second most. We had 17.8 points per game, which wasn't that high. And then defensively, we also weren't too great, but we did end up being a little bit better, though. So top half of the league. Pass yards, a little bit, top half of the league. And then rush yards allowed was pretty good for the most part. 326 points allowed. Not too bad. So yeah, defensively we're a bit better than we were offensively. But we'll need that against the Cowboys. So if we can win the wild card, that'd be nice. In advance, I don't know if we will, but we're going to the Super Sim and find out. So we're in AT&T Stadium in Dallas. So let's head on to the Super Sim and see how we did. All right, the Super Sim is here. We're getting fired up, as you can see. Let's head on to the Super Sim, go to the end of the game. Who's going to get first blood? It's going to actually be us. So we're up 7-0. The Dallas Cowboys going to tie it up. We're going to take the lead 10-7. Going to the second half. Dallas ties it up 10-10. Third quarter, nobody's scoring right now. Fourth quarter, we get a field goal. Dallas ties it up. We're going to take the lead 16-13, but they're going to take the lead 20-16 on a touchdown, and we lose a heartbreaker. A good run, though, but unfortunately just not good enough. I didn't think we'd be in the playoffs anyway, so the fact that we got there is cool, but yeah, a little bit upsetting that we lost it. There's that neck, which we all hate. So 20-16. I mean, Daniel Jones was pretty solid in the wild card, though. 285, 1 TD. Matt Bridges got 2 carries, 6 yards. Shepard, 6 receptions, 80 yards. 5 and 81 from Hodgins. Yeah, I mean, other than the fact that I just couldn't get the right amount of points on that last drive that we had, and our defense just couldn't hold them off getting the touchdown. But there's some room for improvement, but solid season to start off. So let's head on to the Super Bowl recap, look at the awards, and then go on to the offseason. Recap: Bills win the Super Bowl over the Eagles by 2 points. Greg Russo, Super Bowl MVP. We got Mahomes, Shanahan, Mahomes, Crosby, Robert Smith, the Falcons, Jack Campbell from the Lions, winning your rookies of the year respectively. Let's head on to the offseason. We have a little bit of money to play around with. A lot of guys up for negotiations. Not sure how many of these guys have options, but there are a few guys that we definitely want to keep around. Otherwise, some of these guys could just walk. So yeah, let's see if we can keep any of these guys around. More so towards the top. I guess McKinney, he wants to test. I don't think he's going to accept an offer, but we'll see who stays around, and we'll go on from there. All right, I got back most of the guys we want here. Now, I guess in terms of who I want to keep between Simmons and McKinney, I think I'm going to end up keeping McKinney because I don't think I have a free safety. So we're going to franchise tag McKinney for the season. So basically, I'm out of money now. I mean, I could do some contract restructuring and free up a little bit of moolah. But I look around. Let me see if... Actually, who is making the most money on our team? I do want to take a look at that because I'm actually curious in terms of team salaries where all of our money's going. Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones is making a lot of money for someone that's not really doing that great. I mean, we could... Thomas is also making a lot of money. Lawrence. We could structure Barkley if we really wanted to, but... Okay, so there's a few guys, but not too crazy. Alright, I guess we're going to just sim past free agency. We're not going to do anything this time around. We'll just go to the draft and show you guys who we take with our first round pick. Alright, so I'm looking at some of our team needs here. Definitely need some guards or a left end. I mean, Emmett Beckham could work out of Ohio State, so I think I'm going to take him with our first round pick. So Emmett Beckham, welcome to the team. I'm going to do the rest of the moves off camera, and we'll show you guys the draft recap. Show you guys the draft recap. Nothing too crazy going on here. We did a few guards we needed. So Beckham and Davidson, we got a left end, few linebackers, another tight end, and a wide receiver. Overall, decent draft. Nothing too crazy to write home about, but we did fill a few positions of need. So with that being said, let's head on to the second season. See if we can build upon the season we just had. Our second season. Here is the roster. So we have Daniel Jones as our QB. Saquon Barkley, obviously, giving our running back. Fullback, no fullbacks. We got wide receiver Shepard, Hodgins, and Campbell are our top guys. Also, Darius Slayton still there too. Darren Waller, tight end. Andrew Thomas, left tackle. Left guard to be James Davidson. John Michael Smith Jr., center. Right guard is going to be Emmett Beckham, who we drafted. Evan Neal, right tackle. Left end is going to be Nunez Roches Sr., which isn't too great, but, you know. Leonard Williams, right end. Dexter Lawrence, the second defensive tackle. Left outside linebacker, Ojulari. Ogarike is going to be our mid linebacker. Quan Thibodeau, right outside linebacker, corners. Jackson, Banks, and Flott. Free safety, Xavier McKinney. Strong safety is going to be Bobby McCain, who we retained. Graham Gano is going to be our kicker. Punter is going to be Jamie Gillen. And then, obviously, don't have right there. We made that trade. So, let's see here in terms of the team schemes. Curious to see our fit. So, 59 fit West Coast spread. We're going to change that to something else. I'm thinking maybe we could run a vertical zone run, and then our 3-4 under defense might be the best one, but I'm thinking 46 defense could be better, so we're going to go with that one, 86% team fit. I think that should be fine. Let's see how the team does this season, and if I need to make a move for a better QB, I will most certainly look to add a better QB. All right, well, right in the thick of things here, the NFC East 3-4. Bunch of teams are 4-3 right now, which is kind of weird, but, you know, I guess it's not too surprising. You guys can see the rankings. I mean, Washington's 4-3, but you can see their rankings aren't even that great, but that's mostly due to yardage. If we take a look at the stats here, let's see here. So, yeah, Daniel Jones needs to go. Daniel Jones needs to go. 1,447 yards, 4 TDs, 6 interceptions, 59% complete percentage, and a 72 passer rating. You gotta go, buddy. I mean, Barkley's been amazing. 741, 5 TDs, obviously. Receiving-wise, Paris Campbell, 334 and 1 TD, 228 and 1 from Shepard, 190 and 1 from Slayton, 182 and 1 from Waller. Hodgins also down there too. Our blocking has been pretty good. Pretty good. We're really leading the team tackles 52, 43 from McFadden, 37 from McCain, 30 from Jackson, 29 from Pinnock and Thibodeau, 28 from Banks, 26 from Lawrence II and McKinney, 14 from Leonard Williams and Nunez Rojas Sr. Dexter Lawrence has 6 sacks. We have 10 sacks as a team, interception-wise. A little bit more this season, 6 between our guys, Pinnock and McKinney with 2, and then 1 from McFadden and Dory Jackson. Jeremy knows kicking, get your punting, kick return, and punt return. So, yep, Daniel Jones, want to find a better QB. Passing's going to be, near the bottom. And our rush is going to be near the top, I think, right? Yep, number 2. We're scoring 19.7 points per game, which is also bottom half the league. Defensively, I think we were 17th. We were 141 points allowed, which I guess is about average, more or less, slightly below average. Rush-wise, 635, that's okay. And then pass yards allowed, 1564. Okay, decent amount of pass yards allowed. But I do want to make a trade now, so I do want to get over a QB. Daniel Jones on the market. So we'll see if we can acquire a QB. If not, definitely in the offseason, for sure. So let's see if we can trade Daniel Jones. All right, so actually, due to the fact that we're over the cap and I don't get a lot of money to trade for him, I can't trade for him. So basically, we just have to keep him as is for now. So Daniel Jones definitely want to find a better QB for next season. But I think this year we're just going to have to bite the bullet and keep him on our squad. So maybe he'll have a better second half of the season. Just keep giving the ball to Barkley and see what ends up happening. With that being said, I'll see you guys at the end of the year. Not sure if we're going to make the playoffs. It's going to be tight. It's a very tight NFC East, but I imagine the Cowboys going to shoot up in the standings. All right, kind of surprising, but we did end up going 9-8 and making the playoffs again. So that's pretty interesting. Carolina was who we're taking on. Yeah, a bit shocked, but we did it. Eagles and Cowboys are also better, but that's fine. Eagles actually ended up winning the East. Yeah, I mean, Daniel Jones, 3,016 yards, 16 TDs, 15 interceptions, 63% completion percentage, 85.5 pass rating. I do think we can get a better QB, like I said, at some points. So, yeah, 15, 67, and 11 from Saquon Barkley, 337 and 8 from Jones, 335 and 2 from Eric Gray. Okay, Shepard, 702 yards, 4 TDs, 628 and 1 from Campbell, 449 and 4 from Hodgins, 417 and 4 from Waller, 388 and 2 from Slayton. So you can see, not too bad there on the receiving. Again, our tackles letting up the most amount of sacks, but otherwise everybody else was solid. In terms of tackles, Ogariga with 118, 111 from McFadden, 83 from McCain, 76 from McKinney, 74 from Pinnock, 72 from Thibodeau, 65 from Banks, 64 from Jackson, 54 from Lawrence II, 45 from Ojolari, 44 from Boogie Basham Jr. So you can see, in terms of sacks, Boogie Basham 9, 8 from Lawrence, Thibodeau 2.5, Ojolari with 2. As you can see, in terms of interceptions, we had a decent amount of interceptions. 3 from McKinney and Jackson to lead the team. We got these guys with 2, Pinnock, McFadden, Banks, and Ojolari and McCain with 1. Kicking, punting, kick return, and punt return for those that care. And yeah, we ended up being 19 in terms of total offensive yards gained, so that is bottom half of the league. But it's mostly due to our passing being the worst in the league. But our rush was near the top, which is good. 20.8 points per game. Nothing to write home about, but it was good enough again to make the playoffs. We look at our total yards allowed on defense. I think there we were also bottom half of the league as well. 20th, I believe, is what it was that said. Passing yards, kind of factoring into that, but we did defend pretty well against the rush. We allowed 364 points, which I think that's going to be about... Yeah, that is top half of the league, I guess. Yeah, we had 14 interceptions as a team. That's near the top, I think. Yeah, tied with a bunch of teams. So, Carolina, are they ready to compete now? I guess we're going to find out if they are capable. Are they worthy? I mean, they might be. I mean, Bank of America Stadium, they are the home team this time around, so we'll see what ends up happening. Go to the Super Sim, see if we advance past the wild card. Alright, Super Sim is here. Let's hop on in and see what ends up happening. We're going to jump forward to the end of the game and see what we can do here. So starting it off, first quarter, we're going to get the first blood 7-0. Second quarter, Carolina's going to tie it early on, and they're going to end up taking the lead going to halftime 14-7. We're we're going to not tie it up. They're going to get on the field touchdown, and then we are down 28-7. So we're going to lose this game 28-7. Very bad performance from us. And, yeah, not very good. So, obviously, Carolina is ready to compete. We aren't. Daniel Jones was terrible. 50% completion percentage, 149 yards, no TDs. So, they're not good enough. Got outplayed by Bryce Young. You guys can see the rest there. Yeah, overall, we weren't too great. So, a lot of work to be had. We definitely want a better QB for sure. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but we'll figure it out. We'll have to figure it out. So, let's head on to the Super Bowl recap. Look, see who wins it. Look at the awards, and then go on to our offseason. All right, so the season recap. Chiefs beat the Eagles. Patrick Mahomes gets the Super Bowl MVP. Hurts, Peterson, Russo getting your awards there. And then Rookies of the Year goes to DeAndre Watson for the Bills, and Browns, Alex Mooney. All right, let's head on to our third season, second off season of the video. All right, so we got 12 players up for negotiation. Nearly $30 million. Thibodeau's got an option where he accept it. McKinney, like to keep him around. Ojulari, Evan Neal's got an option as well, so that's cool to see. Except him. Slayton Boogie. But definitely a few players we wouldn't mind keeping. So let's see if we can try to keep some of these guys, and then definitely look to move Daniel Jones. You guys want to test here, McKinney and Ojulari want to test. We'll try to see if we can get them back in free agency. But the main thing here is getting rid of Daniel Jones. So I'm going to look to see if there's a move out there to get better QB. And if I could find one, I'll let you guys know. So we're going to advance to free agency and try to make some improvements to this squad for this upcoming third season. Daniel Jones, Roches Sr., and a first-round pick to the Texans. And we're going to get C.J. Stroud to be our new QB. Definitely think that is an upgrade over Daniel Jones. Hopefully it is. And we free up a little bit of money by doing that. So I think we do at least. Or maybe we don't. I have no idea. It says we don't. So, okay. I mean, listen. I guess that's fine. In terms of free agents, then I guess I can't sign any if it's going to say minus 2.63. Okay, no. Would have been nice because, I mean, Zach Martin's here. Zach Martin would have been nice to have on our team, but I guess I can't get him. Nick Chubb, can't get him. So, it is what it is. Okay, Tua is also here, too. Maybe we could have snagged Tua. But, or even like a Jared Goff, Jordan Love. Alright, well, I don't have any money now in free agency. I mean, I guess we could try to restructure some contracts. And, yeah, maybe I'll do that. Just because I do want to try to bring back some of our guys. Alright, so we really didn't do too much in free agency, but I'll show you guys the the free agency recap. If I can. There it is. Okay, I couldn't find it for some reason. We just made a few signings. I ended up just doing lower replacements. We got Jack Sanborn and Chris Wormley, left outside linebacker, left end, fit the scheme of the team, and we just got a better free safety in Miles Hartsfield. Again, nothing too wild, but just we needed better, players at those positions because we lost a lot of our guys. I thought maybe we would have money once we traded Daniel Jones away, but I guess the penalty killed us for trading him away. But I wanted a better QB, so C.J. Stroud should definitely be better. With that being said, though, let's head on to we're going to head on to the draft, but I don't have my first round pick, so I'll just show you guys the draft recap. We'll take a couple players of need, and then we'll go on from there. All right, not much extraordinary going on in this draft recap, but I'll show you guys who we have. So a few picks made. We got a string safety, backup corner, another corner, backup quarterback, another running back, and a right tackle, just to bolster the squad in some of those positions. But overall, I feel like our team might be good again this season. Once again, 9-8. I mean, hopefully we can get over that hump and get past the wild card and get into the divisional. But let me find out to simulate. So I'll see you guys at the start of the third season, look at the roster, and then go on from there. At our team on paper. So, QB's got CJ as our QB. We got Barkley, going to be our running back, obviously. Now, wide receivers got Hodgins, Shepard, and Campbell, top guys. Slayton's up there, too, as well. Darren Waller, tight end. Andrew Thomas, left tackle still. We got left guard Davidson. Center's going to be Michael Smith Jr. Emmett Beckham, up to a 75. Right guard, right tackle is going to be Evan Neal. Chris Wormley. Left end who we picked up. Right end's going to be Leonard Williams still. Dexter Lawrence, the second defensive tackle. Jack Sanborn, left outside linebacker. Mid linebacker is going to be Bobby Okereke. Thibodeau, right outside linebacker. Corners, Banks, Jackson, and Flott. Miles, Hartstill's going to be our free safety, strong safety. Javier Oliver. Yeah, that's the guy we drafted, so. And then we don't have a kicker and a punter, so we'll just have to pick up a kicker and a punter in free agency. Maybe we could do that to the improved team functionality. If not, the team will just have to do it. So if we do look at the improved team, I mean, there are definitely some positions of need that we could fill out, but free safety being one of them. But we're going to get, let's see if we can get Evan McPherson. That'd be cool if we can get him. We can, so we're going to get Evan McPherson to be our kicker. And then in terms of punting, I will take on, I guess we'll take Todd Martin. Why not? Should be okay. And then if there's any free safeties out there, perhaps, I mean, Ashton Davis would be work. Actually, Ashton Davis would work. Can I get him? Can't get him. A little bit over. What about Justin Evans? Nope, can't get him either. Okay, it would have been nice to be able to get a free safety right there in free agency, but you know, it is what it is. Okay. Nevertheless, I mean, I guess we could make a trade, possibly. I mean, we could trade Williams away. I think I could trade him away, maybe for some draft capital, and then for a little bit more money. Because our right end could be Boogie. I wouldn't mind having Boogie Basham just be our right end. So, yeah, I guess we could see what's out there for Leonard Williams. Try to get some picks for him. That wouldn't be too bad, and then we could just sign a free safety and free agency. So I might do that, actually. All right, Leonard Williams going to the Packers for a 4th, 5th, 6th round pick. So we get a few extra picks here in this upcoming draft. This should be helpful for us. Save a little bit of money. I think that does allow us a little bit of cap room now to sign a better free safety. I was eyeing Davis, and I think I'm going to get Ashton Davis if I can. And just like that, Ashton Davis, welcome to the team. So, overall, pretty solid. Let's see how we do this year. I'll see you guys at the mid-season point. We'll assess the team and then go on from there. All right, looks like this season is going to be a bit of a down year. 2-5 right now. Not looking too great. Let's see what's happening with our team. Let's look at the stats and see what's happening. So CJ is not doing great either. 7 TDs, 10 interceptions, 80.6 pass rating, 66% completion percentage, 1450 yards. Yeah, no, too many interceptions. 661 and 6 from Barkley. So, yeah, a little bit unfortunate from CJ. He's not doing well. Shepard, 373, 2 TDs, 302 and 2 from Campbell, 261 from Darren Waller, 259 and 1 from Hodgins. Blocking has been overall okay. I mean, defensively, 57 tackles from Okereke, McFadden with 51, 37 from Jackson, 35 from Lawrence the second, 32 from Thibodeau and Oliver, 30 from Flott, 28 from Basham Jr., 27 from Ashton Davis, 23 from Banks. In terms of QB sacks, 3.5 from Basham, 2 from Thibodeau, 1.5 from Sanborn, 1 from Okereke, and then these guys with half a sack. We have only 2 interceptions, Davis and Banks. Kicking-wise, McPherson's was perfect. Here's your punting, kick return, and punt return here. So, bit of a disappointing season so far. I mean, we're 10th in offensive yards, so we are getting up and down the football field. Passing yards, 1450. I mean, that is solid. And then rush yards, 872, is also close to the top half of the league. We're scoring 19.4 points per game, which is not quite enough for my liking. Actually, if you look, the Texans are pretty dang good. Trade away Daniel Jones, and they're 5-2. Okay. Maybe that was not the right move. We'll see. I mean, we'll look at our defense. We're giving them a little bit amount of yards. A little too many for my liking. 1506 on the pass. That is right around here. 813 on the rush. And then 205 points allowed is second most in the league, only behind the Chiefs. So, yeah, not our best season so far. I mean, looks like we're going to have a bit of an off year this year. We're going to have to pivot to next season. Because, yeah, 2-5. Unless we have a great second half of the season, which I guess is theoretically possible. But it's very, very unlikely. I mean, if I look at the trades, I mean, we do need a left end right now. I don't know who our left end is. Right now, yeah, Wormley, right? Okay, so could use better left end. I mean, he's getting up there in age. He's gonna regress. I mean, if I moved him and some picks, now obviously I don't want to move our pick this year because it's going to be pretty good. Maybe like a future pick, we try to get a really good left end. I mean, that wouldn't be too bad. So I'll see what's out there in the market, but I'm not too keen on the rest of the season going our way. Said I was going to trade my pick, but you know what? I'm doing this deal with the Chiefs. So trade away Wormley, 3 picks and a second-round pick to the Chiefs. We're getting it back Anudike, Uzamoa, Humphrey, and Pacheco. I want to throw in Pacheco in there. Good, I started another really good running back. I mean, he's a started caliber running back, but obviously, with him, he's going to be our backup with Barkley. So thank you, Chiefs, very much. That is a huge talent upgrade. It's going to bolster our line as well. So let's see what ends up happening the rest of the way. I imagine we're not going to make the playoffs this season, but I think next year we should be pretty dang good. All right, so we ended up going 7-10, didn't make the playoffs, which is not a surprise. I mean, we started off the season pretty bad, 2-5. But I do think this season next season we can make the playoffs. I mean, CJ did have a better second half of the season. 3,470 yards, 19 TDs, 13 interceptions, 67% completion percentage on 94.1 passer rating. Barkley, 1,278 and 11 TDs. Pacheco, 833 and 13 TDs. So that's pretty cool to see from them. CJ, 279 and 3 as well, rushing-wise for him. Hodgins, 825 and 7, beat our leading receiver. 734 from Campbell. Darren Waller, 624 and 3, 435 and 2 from Shepard. 366 from Slayton. In terms of blocking, I mean, Thomas allowed a lot of sacks with 10. Okerike's leading the team in tackles, 109. McFadden with 107. 87 from Oliver. 76 from Jackson. 70 from Thibodeau. 69 from Banks. 67 between Lawrence, the second, and Flott. Sham Jr.'s up there with 61. And then you got your sacks. Bogey leading the way, 6.5. 6 from Thibodeau. 3.5 from Sanborn. 3 from Lawrence, the second. And these guys down here. Got 4 interceptions as a team this year. These guys with 1. Kicking-wise, McPherson missed 4 field goals. Then you got your punting, kick return, and punt return. So, yeah, we ended up 9th offensive yards. Pretty good. And you look at the passing, 34.92. Going to be near the bottom of the league. And then our rush, though, is going to be near the top. Second best. Scoring 22 points a game, which I think is not that bad. Yeah, it's not that bad. And defensively, bit of a down season, I'd say, on the yardage. Yeah, we did allow a lot of points as well, 458 most in the league. And then our rush yards allowed going to be not too bad there. And then our pass yards allowed is pretty high. So overall, though, I mean, there is some talent on this team for the next couple seasons. So yeah, just a bit of a down year this year. Not much you can do about that. So we're going to simulate to the Super Bowl recap, look at the team that win the awards, and then we got 2 seasons after this, and that's where we're going to make them count. The Super Bowl recap is here. Dallas wins the Super Bowl over Miami. Dak Prescott gets the Super Bowl MVP. Got Burrow, Taylor, Donald. Then we got Josh Beltran for the Saints. Marco Bethel from the Cardinals winning Rookies of the year respectively. So with that all being said, let's go on to our next season. All right, so we have a little bit of money to play around with here. What do we got to do? Banks want to re-sign. Well, actually, Banks has an option. Yeah, these guys have options, which is good. CJ has an option. We're going to accept it. So a couple guys here with options. Yep, Felix has an option, which is perfect. And yeah, I guess Robinson is not really too important here that we'd really need to re-sign. I mean, McPherson I wouldn't mind keeping. Todd Martin doesn't need to be kept. I mean, we'll have a little bit of money to play around with the free agency to improve the team, so I'm definitely going to look to do that. I mean, Wandale Robinson, I mean, throw him like a cheaper contract. If he wants to stay, he does. If he doesn't, let him go. It's fine. Not gonna franchise tag or anything like that. So yeah, I'm gonna see if there's anybody else that I want to keep, and we'll just head on into free agency with the money we have. All right, guys. So we had a pretty good free agency. I'm not even gonna lie. I mean, we got Pacheco offers. Let's review them. Just curious to see what his market is. Jalen Johnson, some thirds. I mean, I'm not going to do a trade with him. Yeah, no, none of these trades even remotely what I'm looking for. So, no. Okay, cool. Just curious. So, free agency recap. We had a good free agency. We had a good one. We got Jalen Ramsey. I mean, that's huge to our defense. We got Kyle Juszczyk, just a fullback, got a free safety Malik Hooker. We got Rashad Evans, and then Isaiah Likely as a tight end because they think Darren Waller is going to be getting up there in age. So we may even look to move him, actually. I'm not even going to lie on that front. Actually, if there is something I could get for him, I will totally do so. So if I do look at my tight ends, I mean, he's making $22 million. So I could free up a little bit more cash here. I mean, I feel like he's gonna walk, so I'm gonna see if I can get maybe a couple picks for him. That wouldn't be too bad. It's a 6th and a 7th from the Buccaneers for Darren Waller. So yeah, Isaiah Likely should be my new tight end now. Traded away Waller, freed up some money, which is cool. Would have been nice to maybe make that trade a little bit earlier. We could have signed more free agents, but actually we didn't have a lot of money regardless. So, or there wasn't really money that I wanted anyway. So got a few extra picks. We'll go to the draft, and I don't think I have my first round pick. Do I? I don't think I do. Even then, I'll just show you guys the draft recap since these are all auto-generated rookies regardless. Do I have my first round pick? No, I traded it away. Right, traded that away. Yeah, I don't have my first. I have my second. So I have a few extra picks though, which is good. So, all right, I'll see you guys at the draft recap. Let me show you guys the draft recap. So if you want to take a look here and see. So, I mean, we ended up going with a wide receiver, Tyreek Jett. We got a defensive tackle, some ends, some linebackers, some guards. Not too bad. I mean, these guys will just be added to the team, and if they can become something, that's great. If they can't, they can't. Not a problem. So let's head on to the start of the fourth season and go on from there. So in the fourth season, our team is definitely better. If we look at the roster, it's pretty impressive. CJ's going to be our QB. Barkley and Pacheco are running backs. Pretty insane. Fullbacks will be Juszczyk. Hodgins, Campbell, Slayton, top 3 receivers. We got Isaiah Likely to be our tight end. Thomas to be our left tackle still. Left guard to be Davidson. Creed Humphrey is going to be our center. Right guard to be Emmett Beckham. Evan Neal, right tackle. Adike Uzuma is going to be our left end. Boogie Basham Jr. is going to be our right end. Dexter Lawrence, the second defensive tackle. Sanborn, left outside linebacker. Mid linebackers to be Ogarike. We also got Evans down there. Outside linebackers to be Thibodeau. Ramsey, Banks, and Jackson. Corners, which look pretty good on paper. Malik Hooker is going to be our free safety. He's hurt, so I guess Hartfield's going to step in for now. Strong safety is Oliver, who we drafted last season, and we just need to get a kicker and a punter. That's the other thing I should have got in free agency. I kind of overlooked that, but it's fine. So yeah, I guess in terms of the improved team, because of the injury right now, our free safety is going to be really bad, but it's actually not that bad. So I guess kicking, we could go with McPherson again. Yeah, we're going to go with him. Get him back on our team. And then punting. I wanted to keep him, by the way. Just want to stay. Punting, I guess Dunk Pemberton could work. So we'll go with him for the season. And that should be okay. We'll try to get a better punter next offseason. Like a Tommy Townsend or something like that. A Logan Cook. Because, kickers and punters are basically in free agency the 5th and final season. Those are usually who's in free agency. So, anyways, let's simulate to the mid-season point. I do think that this season we should be pretty good. So I'll see you guys once I'm there. I mean, I want to double-check the team schemes. Make sure that that's okay. I mean, we're 59 on spread. Yeah, I feel like our offense, the spread isn't too great. So maybe we go with like a vertical zone run 66% at least. Or a vertical power run. We can go vertical. We'll go vertical power run. We'll go with that one. And then defensively, scheme. I mean, there's not really great fits here. We go base 4-3 maybe. That's 73%. Yeah, we'll go with that, I guess. All right. All right, I'll see you guys at the mid-season point. We'll see how we do. Embarrassing 1-5. We're doing absolutely terrible. Not sure what's happening. Must be, I don't know what's going on. But our team has been bad. Thomas hurt. That's not going to be helpful. Dislocated elbow. Uzuma with a quad strain. So, a couple injuries. Yeah, we're definitely struggling. Maybe CJ isn't the guy as well. I might have to move him if he's struggling. And he is. So, yep, I'm going to be moving him. Looks like 1,034 yards, 5 TDs, 2 interceptions, 88 passer rating, 60% completion percentage. I think we move him possibly. We'll see. Barkley, 298, 1 TD. He's also missed 3 games. So I guess, yeah, we've had injuries. That's part of what's going on here, I think. Yeah, I mean, Hodgins, 308, 3 TDs, 297, 1 from Campbell, 188. Likely 145 from Slayton. Look at the sacks allowed. See that there. Okereke, 48 tackles, 35 from Oliver, 30 from Banks, 27 from Jackson, 23 from Thibodeau, 22 from Ramsey, 21 apiece between Brewer and Evans. So we definitely had some guys in and out of the lineup. Not a lot of sacks this season as well, and just 3 interceptions. So our defense looks like it's been pretty bad. And you can see the kicking, punting, kick return, and punt return, if you guys care a lot about that. And we're terrible on the offensive end, worst in the league. Pass yards near the bottom. Our rush is not much higher. I mean, it's okay. And we're scoring 16 points a game. Not good enough. Not good enough indeed. So defensively, we are, in terms of yardage, actually, the defensively and yardage were pretty good. So maybe we're not doing too bad defensively. So it's really our offense. But yeah, I guess it's guys been down to the lineup. So rush yards, 732. That's could be better. And our passing, 1192 allowed. It's really good on that defensive side of the ball. So, yeah, I mean, if I can get a better QB, I think I will. I mean, CJ just might not be the guy for this team. So I'll look around and see if maybe he has more value than Jones, and we can try to get, a better QB. And, yeah, hopefully in our fifth and final season, we could be better than what we are now. Okay, guys, so I was going to make a trade with CJ, but you know what? I rocked out with it. I didn't find anything I liked, and I think that was a good decision because we ended up going 12-5, and the team is healthy now, which is perfect. And yeah, we turned it around. I mean, talent-wise, we were awesome. And look at that. Did everybody in the NFC make the playoffs? I think that's the first time I've ever seen that. Yeah. Everybody in our conference in our division, NFC East, made the playoffs. That is a first. I don't think I've ever seen that before. That's insane. We got to take on Dallas. That's a tough matchup, but what a second half of the season we had. So that's fantastic. Let's look at the stats here and see how we did. CJ do his thing out there. I mean, he definitely did better. 27 TDs, 5 interceptions. 107.3 passer rating, 67% completion percentage, 3,069 yards. Didn't throw a lot, but you know what? That's so much better. Barkley in 14 games, 1,560 yards, 11 TDs. Pacheco, 568 and 10 from him. Hodgins, 917, 14 TDs, 769 and 3 from Campbell, 588 and 3 from Likely, 417 and 1 from Slayton. So we really stepped it up in the second half of the season. Our team was awesome. Blocking-wise, we were pretty good. Defensively, Okereke with 132 tackles, 76 from Banks, 75 from Oliver, 75 from Ramsey, 74 from Jackson, 57 from Hooker, 55 from Brewer, 54 from Thibodeau, 52 from Lawrence. These guys with 48, 41 from Basham. Dexter, 11.5 sacks, lead the team. We got 5 from Thibodeau, 3.5 from Carey, 3 from Uzoma, and etc. Interception-wise, Jalen Ramsey, 5 of those bad boys, and these guys with 2. These guys down here with 1. Kicking-wise, there's McPherson. You got Pemberton punting, kick return. Jackson with a little kick return TD. And then punt return right there. So we ended up 13th in offensive yards, which is pretty good. Pretty good. 3,069 pass yards. That's worse in the league. But our rush was the best. Yeah. 24.9 points per game. That's going to be near the top of the league as well. And then defensively, we were pretty dang good. Stepped it up, 334 on the points allowed. Our rush yards, 1761. Not too bad. That is top half of the league indeed. And passing yards allowed, pretty good. So yeah, we had a great second half of the season. I think we went 11-0 the rest of the way. I haven't seen that. So yeah, let's keep it up. Let's keep it simulating and see what ends up happening. In the wild card against Dallas, I would like to be able to advance. Dallas had a pretty solid team, but we're the home team this time. Let's see if we can beat them in the wild card and go on to the divisional this season. All right, so the wild card is here. Let's go to the Super Sim and see how we do. So we're going to jump forward to the end of the game and see how we fare against Dallas. Dallas going to get first blood 7-0. We're going to tie it up. Nope, 7-3. They get a field goal 10-3. We're going to tie it up now 10-10. They get 17-10 going to the second half. We are going to score another field goal there, 20-10. We're going to go up 27-10 third quarter. Dallas does get a field goal. We get a touchdown and another score, 37-21 right now, and we're going to end up winning this football game and advancing to the divisional as we beat the Cowboys 37-21. Let's go. Now, CJ, 263, 3 TDs, like the way he performed. Barkley, 15 carries, 72 yards. Hodgins, 8 receptions, 111 yards from him. So fantastic stuff. let's go on to the divisional. Divisional, we got the Lions, 11-6. We were 12-5. You can see their rankings, the number one offensive rank in terms of yardage. So we're pretty solid. We might be better than them on paper, but then we find us to simulate. So we're going to go to the Super Sim. See if we can advance the conference championship game against the Lions. Let's see how we do. So here we are in the Super Sim. There's Kyle Juszczyk. Look at that. Bumping up the people. Bumping up the boys. All right. So we're going to the Super Sim here and see how we fare against the Lions. So we're going to start off here with the first blood 3-0 in the first quarter. Second quarter, we're going to TD 10-0 now. Going to the second half, it's 17-0. We are not letting the Lions score against us. 20-7 now. They do score there. They get another touchdown, 20-14. And they're going to score again. We're down, and we cannot seem to score. And we're going to end up choking this football game after starting 20-0 and not being able to score. That's pretty embarrassing, not going to lie. As we could not get the job done. I mean, yeah, definitely a bad second half. Oof, brutal, especially defensively. And CJ didn't do too great this game. I mean, Pacheco, 4 carries, 25 yards. Would like a little bit more out of him. More touches, at least. I mean, Hodgins, 5 receptions, 76 yards. Slayton, 6 receptions, 79 yards. Yeah, our defense let us down. Our offense let us down, too, though. I mean, we only scored 3 points since in the second half. Yeah, it's pretty bad. Actually, did we score? Yeah, we scored 3 points. So, not good enough. Definitely not good enough. So, who won the Super Bowl? Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. 35-14 beat the Lions, who went all the way. Hurts, Booker, Hurts, and Crosby getting your awards there. And then we had Deion Polk from the Vikings, Patriots, Rashad Allen, rookies of the year respectively. 5th and final season is underway. Let's get on into it. Got to definitely make some improvements to the squad that we can get back here. All right, we got $77.5 million, 10 players up for negotiation. One of those 10 players being Thibodeau, Neal. Honestly, yeah, a lot of these guys we could try to just keep around. I mean, I'm not too upset with that. I mean, we should have a lot of money as well in free agency to play around with. So, yeah, let me try to re-sign some of these guys, see what we keep, and then we'll go on to free agency. All right, so I kept most of the guys I wanted to keep. I'm going to head on to free agency. We're going to try to get a better punter than Pemberton. Although Pemberton was okay. But we have 47 million to play around with it. So if there's a superstar out there, I want to try to get one. Like a Tyreek Hill. Sometimes Tyreek Hill's here. Wouldn't mind trying to get him. Just more talent on the team, you know. So it's advanced free agency. I'll see you guys what's up there and who we sign. It should be interesting. Let's hopefully get some good talent on this team. All right, I traded for T. Higgins and Joey Donahue from the Bengals. I traded with all of a bunch of picks. I wanted a huge talent upgrade. I had the money to do so. So Higgins and Donahue, welcome to the squad. That's a beautiful trade right there. Got a big wide receiver. Super helpful for us. So yeah, we're just going to advance to the end of free agency since I made all of my signings that I wanted to do. So I'm pretty happy with how our offseason ended up. So here it is, in case you guys are curious what we ended up doing in free agency. I mean, nothing too crazy, but there was some nice moves that we made. So we take a look at free agency recap. As you can see, I got Stonehouse, Gallup, and Williams. So nothing out of the ordinary. But overall, I guess pretty solid. A couple guys fit the scheme team. I wasn't going to get a wide receiver, but I was like, oh, maybe I'll go Gallup, but he's fit the same team. And I was like, you know, I want to trade for one instead. And I ended up trading for Higgins. Even though he's a fit our scheme, it's just a talent upgrade. So super helpful there. Draft, we're just going to advance past that since it doesn't really matter too much. So yeah, I'll see you guys at the start of the 5th final season. Here is the roster. So we've got CJ coming off a solid year. We got Barkley and Pacheco. Juszczyk, our fullback. Higgins, Hodges, and Gallup, our wide receivers, which is pretty cool to see. Top 3 guys. Likely he's going to be a tight end. Thomas, left tackle. Left guards, James Davidson. Creed Humphrey, center. Right guards, Beckham. Evan Neal, right tackle. Uzuma. I keep saying Uzumoa. Uzuma is going to be our left end. Boogie Shan Jr. is right end. Defensive tackle, Lawrence. We also got Mother Williams, like I said. Sambor, left outside linebacker. Still got Ogariga, mid linebacker with Donahue now. Thibodeau's going to be our right outside linebacker. Jalen Ramsey with Banks and Brown, your corners. We'll try to get another corner if we wanted to. Willie Cook, free safety. Strong safeties, Oliver. Kicking's McPherson. Punting is Ryan Stonehouse. And there you go. Big situation. Not a lot of picks. So, again, this is our 5th and final season. So, doesn't really matter too much the picks, right? I mean, the only thing I'd want to do is, if we look at the improved team,
I mean, on paper, it looks pretty good. We could try to get a better free safety. But there's really nobody out there that like free agency that would want to sign. Left outside linebacker, we're okay on, I guess. I mean, Sanborn seems to be fine. Right guard, Beckham. So there's that. Tight end, I mean, Isaiah Likely. Fullback, Juszczyk. I mean, yeah, it's fine. I think the team is good. I don't think there's any moves we want to make, so I'm just going to simulate, I guess, to the mid-season point. And if we want to make a trade then, we can make a trade then. But I think overall, pretty solid. We do have a lot of room to make a trade. So I might. With $25 million, I could get it. If I can get another really good player, I'm not opposed to doing so. But I'm not going to do it now. I think I'll just wait to the mid-season to do so. All right, so the team is doing well. 5-2 right now. You look at the rankings. We look pretty solid on paper. So let's look at the stats here. 5-2, not too bad. But I want to try to make a trade if I can. I mean, CJ is having a better year. 1,516 yards, 14 TDs, 3 interceptions, 69% completion percentage, and 109.6 passer rating. Pretty good. Barkley, 606, 5 TDs, 158, and 6 from Clarence Gardner. So I guess Pacheco is only played 2 games. It looks like he got hurt. They're just sitting him. Higgins, leading receiver, 433, 4 TDs, 402, and 3 from Hodgins. Likely 317 and 2 DDs. Gallup 242 and 2. In terms of blocking, overall pretty good so far. Defensively, Ogriga leading the team in tackles at 37, 35 from Oliver and Donahue, 33 from Brown, 24 from Ramsey, 21 apiece between Banks and Hooker. Lawrence II 20, and the list goes on. Sacks, Boogie 5, 3 from Lawrence II and Sanborn, 2 from Thibodeau, and then 1 from these guys, half sack from these guys down here. Interceptions, we got 6 as a team. Donahue with half of them. McPherson's kicking. You got your punting, kick return, punt return. So yeah, 3rd offensive yards. That's good. Definitely good. Passing is 1523, which isn't too bad. That is top half of the league. Our rush is at 1,012. That is number 1, and we are scoring 32.1 points per game. That is the number 1 in the league. So we're looking really good there on that front. Now, total yards defensively, as you saw, we were a bit high on that front. I did say I want to try another corner, so I might try to get one. I mean, our pass yards, 1728. I think it would help if we get another corner. 145 points allowed. That is, okay. Nothing too crazy. Our rush has been pretty good. So, we'll, keep it that is. I think we try to get a corner then. Let's see if we try to get a superstar corner, pair with Ramsey in that market. So, if I look at the trade center, I mean, we have some of those later picks. I mean, we could also just got to get a free safety. That's another one, too. Either a free safety or a corner. Those would probably be the moves to make. So, I mean, Hooker is fine, but, yeah, he's getting up there a little bit in age. So, yeah, maybe we try to get a free safety that fits our scheme. I think that might help us out a little bit more. Also, it looks like Ramsey is hurt right now since he's not here. So, that's always great. That's always great. All right, let's see if I can try to get a better free safety. Maybe I get a free safety and a corner. We could try to do both. All right, I did this deal with the Patriots to get back McKinney. We also got Jones as well. I traded with Hooker for a 2nd, 3rd round pick. So I think that'll bolster up the defense a little bit. Those guys both fit our defensive scheme. So I think 5-2 right now. I mean, that's not too bad. I don't know how long Ramsey's out for, unless he retired. But I don't think he did. Injury report, that was not. Yeah, he's hurt. PCL sprain. So he'll be back. And Evan Neal's also out a week. Once we get those guys back, we should be good. I'm going to assume that the rest of the season, I'll see you guys at the end of the season where we should be in the playoffs. So we ended up making the playoffs, 11-6. I mean, Commanders, Cowboys, they're all up there. You see the rankings. I mean, we're taking on the Vikings, US Bank Stadium here in Minnesota. I mean, the rankings don't look too great, but let's see the stats on the year, see how we did. I mean, CJ ended up being okay. 32-66, 29 TDs, 4 interceptions, 68% completion percentage. 110.3 pass rating. It's not too bad. Barkley, 1,350 yards, 9 TDs. Pacheco, 332 and 7. He was hurt, though, for an extended period of time. T. Higgins, over 1,000 receiving yards, 8 TDs, 770 and 6 from Hodgins. Likely, 540 and 5, 441 and 4 from Gallup. In terms of blocking, overall, not too bad. Defensively, Okereke with 116 tackles, 102 from Donahue, 78 from Oliver. 70 for Banks. We got 64 from Corey Brown. 59 apiece between Lawrence II and McKinney. So not too bad. Not too bad. Now we got sacks. 10.5 from Lawrence II. Boogie with 8.5. 4.5 from Thibodeau. Sanborn with 3, 2 from these guys down here, half, 1 sack, half sack, etc. 4 interceptions, Doe Donahue. Okereke 2 interceptions, Oliver 2. These guys down here with 1. Kicking wise, McPherson only missed 1 field goal. Leader of punting, kick return, and punt return. So yeah, we ended up 16th in offensive yards. So a bit of a dip in the second half of the season, but it's okay. I mean, we still were fine. I mean, our passing was pretty low. Our rush was near the top 3, 24.7 points per game, near the top of the league again. Defensively, we were not too great in terms of yardage. 4,089 pass yards allowed, which was pretty high. Our rush defense was pretty good, and we allowed 323 points in total, which was good. So, all right, can we beat the Vikings? I hope. I want to try to get back to the divisional, the minimum. So we'll see if we can beat them in the wild card. See you guys want some in the Super Sim. Here we are. We're heading on into the Super Sim. I'm a bit worried, but I feel like we should be able to do this. I think we're a better team on paper, but you never know with EA and Madden. So we go down 7-0 to start up. We tied up 7-7. They're going to go 14-7, but we tied up going into the second half. We're going to get a field goal there, 17-14. They're going to not score there. Fourth quarter, would have liked us to score. It's really tight, but we do hold on 17-14 as our defense clutched out at the end there, getting the job done, winning by 3 points against the Vikings to go on to the divisional. 17-14, Giants advance. I mean, CJ, 177 yards, no TDs, but that's fine. I mean, Towns had 181, 1 TD. Definitely played a little bit better, but Barkley, 20 carries, 85 yards. T. Higgins, 3 receptions, 51 yards. Hodgins, 5, 48. All right, on to the divisional again. In the divisional, we've got Carolina. They were 10-7. We were 11-6. You see their rankings on paper. They definitely outranked us, but on terms of talent, I feel like we're the better team. Here's see the playoff record just really quickly. Who had the bye? Commanders. We were close to getting the bye. Very close to getting the bye, but we didn't get it. If we had won just one more game, we'd have had the bye and automatically been in the divisional, but it's fine. And the Raiders had the bye in the AFC. Okay. So let's head on to the Super Sim and see how we can fare against the Panthers this time around. So here we go in the divisional, trying to advance the conference championship game. Last season we lost by 1 point. Hopefully this time around we don't have that happen to us. So we're starting off here. First blood's going to go to Carolina. They're going to get a touchdown 7-0, but we tied up 7-7 going to the second quarter. We're up 14-7 now with that touchdown. We stop them there, and we're going to score another one, 21-7 going to the second half. We're up 28-7, looking good. Third quarter, they're going to get a field goal. Fourth quarter now, they're going to score 28-17. But we make a field goal, 31-17, and we advance to the conference championship game on a 31-17 victory, beating the Panthers. So we are in the conference championship now. That's awesome to see. CJ had a good game, 298, 2 TD, 76.9% completion percentage. You can see there Pacheco, Higgins had a nice game. And yeah, good stuff there from the guys, getting the job done. Let's go on to the conference championship game and see what we're taking on. So in the conference championship game, it's going to be the Commanders. They were 11-6, just like us. They had that bye. We'll see if we can beat them. We're going to FedEx Field as per usual. So let's see how we can fare against the Commanders in the conference championship game. I'd like to be able to advance to the Super Bowl if we can. That would be nice, EA. That would really be nice. Here we are, conference championship game, FedEx Field against the Commanders. Let's see how we can fare against them. So we're going to the end of the game here. Who's going to get first blood? It's going to be Commanders, going up 7-0 in the first quarter. Second quarter, they're going to get a field goal and another touchdown. We're down 17-0. We do get a TD there, 17-7. Going to the second half, 17-7. They're going to score again, 24-7. And we are going to lose this football game, 27-13, 27-20. Okay, wait a minute. Get a stop? Nope. And we lose. We lost the conference championship game. Yeah, we played pretty bad in that first half. We tried a little bit in the second half, but not enough, as we lose to a team that we were definitely better than on paper. But, you know, again, typical of EA. Not a surprise. I mean, a good run. Got to the playoffs a lot of seasons. Got to the conference championship games. Lost the Commanders, who go to the Super Bowl. CJ did not have a good game today. Yeah, first half wasn't too great, especially defensively. We picked it up in the fourth quarter, but it wasn't enough. So, what are you going to do? I guess with that being said, let's see who wins the Super Bowl, then go on to the full screen to close out the video. So let's see who won the Super Bowl. Was it the Commanders? Was it the Bengals? It was the Commanders. Emmanuel Forbes Jr., Super Bowl MVP. Josh Allen, Josh McDaniels, Josh Allen, Parsons. Bengals, Joel Woodward. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Defensive Rookie goes to Ladarius Griffin of the Jets. Well, not a bad video, unfortunately. Just couldn't get the job done. We were right there. We were there. We were in the hunt, but unfortunately just couldn't get over the hump to get to the Super Bowl and possibly win it. But with that all being said, let's go to the full screen and close it. Alright, everybody, well, hope you enjoyed. If you did, like, subscribe, comment down most videos, go to socials, playlists, second channel, and main channel down below the description if you like other content from me, TJP. I'm trying to think what's next team that we would do. I'm not really sure. It's going to be an AFC team, so be on the lookout for that. I think it's the Bengals, actually. Yeah, it's the Bengals. No, is it the Bengals or the Buffalo Bills? It's one of those two teams. It's going to be one of those two teams. I know that. So, anyways, I'm going to head on out. For now, we'll see you soon. Take care, and peace.